You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, that soda opening with the hello.
Yeah,
love it.
Saving it for that.
Yeah.
Folio. So,
It's on.
welcome to another
Dave
TADPOG.
Foley work, literally.
Dave Folio.
Yeah.
Nice. Hello, Internet. Welcome to the TADPOG podcast 423. Let's play old games, and I'm totally fast because it's Sonic, and Sonic is fast. Sonic Blast.
It feels like it's been longer than a week since I've seen you guys.
It does. You are not wrong.
I mean, technically it has. It's been a week and a day since I saw you last, but for some reason it seems like it's been like
A really long
time
I know,
since I've seen
same.
y'all.
Okay, so it's not just me.
It's so weird. Hi, it's good to see you both. I've missed you
Yes.
terribly over these months.
Good to see y'all too.
it's been
Yeah, over these months. It's been a long winter.
This past year.
Glad we were able to get the show back on the air.
I know,
you
right?
After
It's
all
good
this
to
time.
be back. Our hiatus. I feel
not-
great after my sabbatical. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
I don't feel
same.
tired at all. I'm ready to go to
No.
work tomorrow.
Those creative energies
Yes,
flowing again.
Yes.
Must
Were you
be-
guys off today?
Yes.
Yes.
This Memorial Day as of the day of this recording.
Yeah.
Yes, we were both off today.
We also both took Friday off,
Yeah.
independent of one another.
Yeah, and just sort of got to be ourselves, hang out, nothing crazy, just time off.
It's always good. It's good to do nothing.
Yeah, hung out with my grandson a lot. He spent the night both Friday and Saturday, and so we played a little basketball in the backyard with a laundry basket that Tanya hung from a hook.
Nice.
Because we don't have a goal. We're getting ready to get one. And
Is he in the basketball right now?
he is. His mom is getting married. Well, I don't know if they're getting married, but they're about to. They've been together for a couple of years, and he already has two boys, and so he hangs out with them a lot, and they're really into sports, and so it's really gotten him into sports and basketball and stuff. So that's really neat. That's been a lot of fun for him. So, yeah, that was Memorial Day weekend for me. If we're doing the summaries, the only thing I really got to talk about is Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson.
It's good, isn't it?
It's pretty good. I liked it.
Surprisingly good.
I still need to see it. It looks really good.
It's on Max now, so if you
okay,
have
cool.
that, you
Yeah,
should
yeah,
be able to watch
we
it.
do.
But I really liked it. It was kind of gross in parts, which I expected. But basically, the premise of Mickey 17 is that to escape a gambling debt, and this is in the distant future, the Mickey, who is played by Robert Pattinson, enlists to leave the planet and go to another world to get away from his debt.
Not knowing what it is that he signed up for.
He signed up to be what's known as an expendable.
There's no line for an expendable? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and he doesn't really think things through. And basically, what expendables are reprints. So he goes and they test diseases on him,
Man, go outside. There's something messed up outside the ship. We're not going to give you any radiation suit. Just walk out there so we can see what happens.
We're gonna observe your body's reaction to the solar radiation, and when he dies, they've already backed up his memories to a brick, a literal brick, which is weird. I thought this was a Terry Gilliam movie for a minute because
It
it
feels
has
like
that
it.
same feel, but it's not him. It's oh, this is good. I was so prepared.
No one expects a Terry Gilliam reference. It's all right.
This was Bong Joon-ho directed this, who also directed.
Is this a vaudeville routine or?
No,
Okay.
he also directed some stuff. The Host, Mother, Snowpiercer, Parasite.
Oh, right.
Parasite's
really good.
Parasite is really good. He directed that though. So anyway, it's very Terry Gilliam-esque. It's weird, like Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's just got kind of all those sort of weird things going for it.
Robert Pattinson, man, I underestimated that dude. Like he is
It is weird. It is. He is super good. The Lighthouse, the Batman.
Yeah.
This, I mean.
Mickey 17, Mickey 18 are completely different characters.
Yes, they are.
And he does
they are.
Man.
It's just an insanely good movie, and I was expecting to like it, but I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. So big 4 stars from me. Wizen Sage says check it out. I told you I had listened to first of all, I've been watching like, you know how you'll talk about sometimes you'll be playing a game and you'll turn on like old episodes of Seinfeld or Frasier or something and watch at them, right?
Hell yeah.
I found mine that I like to watch in the background that I'd completely forgotten about. It was a show that I loved as a kid, inexplicably loved as a kid for its entire 10 seasons, The Love Boat.
Love Boat.
I watched The Love Boat, and I love that show.
10 seasons.
It was on from 1977 to 1986.
That tracks, though. Because, I mean, it does seem like...
And this is back when they were like 30-episode seasons.
Yeah, they were long seasons. Yeah. So, yeah,
like
I've
anime.
been... Yeah, it really is. It really is. I've been... thoroughly enjoying having Love Boat going in the background in my office, or just if I'm playing a video game and something, I have Love Boat going, and get to see all those old stars that I haven't seen in forever. Back when Robert Urich was known as Bob, and back when Leslie Nielsen was 50. I mean, it's crazy how many every week new celebrities of the week. Maureen McCormick from the Brady Bunch, Eve Plum, the kids that were big stars in other shows are all coming on this. It's just fun. So I've been watching Love Boat, but one of the other things I did, I told you last week that I listened to the audio immersion version of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Right.
And I had those were gifted to me by a very generous patron, and
hell yeah,
which I'm grateful for. I thank you for that so much. You know who you are. I finished it, and it basically covers the entire first book. And it was really good and really fun and entertaining, but I found myself wanting, so I started book 2 of the regular audiobooks, and I'm going through them again. I've already finished book 2, and I'm on book 3. It's just Dungeon Crawler Carl is so fucking good.
It is. I see why Miller's done it. I finally told him about the Primal Hunter just the other day.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm going through Dungeon Crawler Carl for like the 10th time.
Yeah. It's easy to do. I love listening to it. It's a lot of fun. The last thing I'm going to mention is how we talked about Predator last week.
Yeah.
And we talked about how it would be really neat if there was like a Shogun-style version of Predator. And it would be awesome if that would happen. Turns out it did. And it's animated. It's called Predator, Killer of Killers. It's going to be on Hulu. I don't know the date for sure, but it looks really good. And it pretty much is what Dave had said about it being kind of a Shogun style, a Japanese martial arts fighting a predator.
Yeah, it looked to me like it was going to be like several different time periods.
Yeah, it looks like it crosses several times,
which I think is really neat.
Yeah. I think we spawned this. I think we created it out of thin air. AI heard us.
Not only do we kill, but we also create.
What was really also really weird was the fact that I found the trailer for that later that day. I hadn't published the show
Discord,
yet. Yeah. So I don't know how that happened, but it did. Anyway, that has been my week, my Memorial Day weekend, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Dave, what have you been up to?
Nikki and I saw a movie called Sinners.
Ooh, I want to see that
too.
It's really good.
Okay, don't spoil anything.
Nah.
Choco Chica tried going to see it, but she couldn't get in. She's
They wouldn't let her
16.
in?
They checked her multiple times. She tried all the ways we would normally try to see a rated R movie before we were 17.
She had trouble with
and they
that
had
before
barriers.
too,
Yep.
didn't she? They're
Although
really
that was
cracking down.
understandable because that was Art the Clown, super bloody.
Terrifier?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She tried seeing Terrifier 3, and they had all the checkpoints.
Terrifier was like just south of an NC-17
Yeah.
rating.
Well,
I mean, it was rough.
She should try going on a Tuesday at noon.
Oh yeah.
Because there are 2 people working there. When Nikki and I walked in, because she was off, and actually, maybe it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
She was off. My days are all fucking weird,
Same.
man.
Girl, same.
And we were, I mean, it literally was like 2 people working in the theater. No one was checking tickets or anything. I like got concessions and they were like, "Do you know where the movie is?" And I'm like, "Nope." And they're like, it's down the hall to the left. They didn't even ask for tickets or anything.
They never do. You're
just
right.
Walk the fuck in off the street,
Yep.
ordered popcorn, and been like, "Okay, I'm going to the movie."
Yes, you could easily. I've had this happen where it's been just like nobody's there.
And no one was in the theater.
Nope.
It was
Got
just
it all to
me and
yourself.
Nikki. It was like, this is fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, the last movie we went to see, it was like that too. It was just crazy. It was nice.
Yeah, I loved it. It's great.
It's ideal.
I get it with like streaming and everything, how convenient it is from like watching movies at home and stuff. And I just like going out to the theater. I just hope that like, I don't know. I just hope our theater survives long enough for me to still go see movies in 20
think it
years.
will.
I mean,
It's usually still pretty packed up on the weekends, and I don't think it's going anywhere.
or even if it becomes like, even if theaters become like a karaoke bar kind of thing where you go and you rent a room,
Oh,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And it's like, it's just a nice room that's like in a Faraday cage, so like phones don't
Right.
go off. And
Well, Danny McBride did an interview recently where he talked about he thought the problem with theaters was that it tends to be a rundown, shitty experience. Like if it was
Sure.
just like nicer seats, nicer accommodations, more restrictions on like people talking and to enhance your personal experience, people would go back.
Yeah.
Even if it's more expensive, if you know it's worth that price tag, you'll go. But it's going to a rundown theater where the screen is off, the sound isn't right, they leave the lights on.
Sure.
It's full of people like talking on their phones or
Yeah.
our theater really isn't that bad.
No,
I
it's
mean,
nice.
It's not like state of the art or anything, but I mean, as far as like theaters go, like I would say when I was living in Lexington, our theater is better than 2/3 of the theaters in Lexington.
I agree.
When was that built? It had to be built early.
It was
2000s?
built the same year that the Phantom Menace came out.
Really? It was
That
new?
was the
when-
new theater. Then they used that.
So I remember
new-
we had the old theater for a minute that did like dollar shows and they tore it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's whatever year Phantom Menace came out is when that theater was built.
God,
It's
I
been a
wish,
fucking minute.
I wish we had a dollar theater.
I do too. The one we had was great.
Mhm.
Tanya used to take Gage to see movies every week
Yeah,
because it
why
was
wouldn't
so
you? I
fucking
mean,
cheap. Now,
we had-
that would get me out more to the theater.
Hell
for
yeah.
for a couple bucks to see a recently released movie. Can't even get through the drive-through that cheap, and it's cheap.
But yeah, Sinners was good. Recommend.
Good,
Highly. I do think it is odd, like that it's, I can see why it's rated R, but it's also like, okay. I mean, it is an R-rated movie. Like, like I get why it's rated R, but it's one of those where it's like, come on. It's like a soft R. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's gore and stuff, but like,
Nothing you can't just see by turning on literally anything.
just like going on to Netflix or Hulu, or YouTube. Well, maybe not YouTube, but yeah, recommend. Definitely check it out.
I've heard you're the 4th or 5th person that has recommended that movie to us, and we are desperately wanting to see it.
I think you would dig it.
I love Coogler's films.
Yeah.
I loved Black Panther.
Yeah, me
obviously. Michael B. Jordan is
And
awesome.
It's great to have him, and yeah, he's great in the movie,
Yeah.
and the casting is really good.
Good.
The casting
That's
is really
awesome.
good, and there are comparisons to other movies that I want to make, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
make them.
Okay. Yeah. Don't.
But let me know when you see it.
I already have a preconception of one that I think it is, but I don't want to say anything
Right.
because if there's confirmation,
Yeah, I
then-
won't even look at you.
Okay. I won't say it.
So you can't even read my
I'm gonna
expression.
drop the subject.
And then we also watched, not in the theater, at home, which was a not as good experience, but it was still a good movie. I'd never seen Once Upon a Time in China,
I don't know that one.
Jet Li. It's like one of Jet. It's a 1991 Jet Li movie where he plays like a
Love Jet Li.
Yeah.
So I miss him.
Yeah, for sure. He plays like the owner or the teacher at a like a martial arts school, and it takes place in China, like in the I guess it's the early 1800s, where all of the countries are like China's opened up, and all of like the European countries are there, kind of like taking trade claims and you know. It's good. I liked it. It was it's definitely a 1991 movie,
Right.
but it was super entertaining the whole way through. The Americans in it are all like have British accents, which is how you know that they're bad Americans.
Right.
But it's good. It has some really good sequences in it. There's a sequence, like there's an action sequence in it where Jet Li is fighting a bunch of like triad members with an umbrella, which is really rad.
Ella.
Hell yeah, it's great. It's like one of the, I don't know if it's like the first like wire fu movie, but it's like an early wire fu movie.
There's a Once Upon a Time in China 2.
And a 3.
Oh shit.
Once-er and once-ist.
I don't-
Time in China.
I don't know if they're as good. We didn't check them out because Nikki was like, "Oh, there's a second one." I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch the second one.
Well, it's funny that you bring up Jet Li because I watched Kiss of the Dragon.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
And I haven't thought about Jet Li in so long, and then you mentioned that you watched it. Must have been something in the air.
It was for us. It was because
Jet fumes.
yeah, condensation trail.
He's in the Expendables 1, 2, and 3.
No
as
shit.
well. Yeah,
I haven't
forgot
seen any
about
of
that.
those.
They're good.
Yeah, I mean,
They're good.
I liked it.
I mean, they look like fun movies from the trailer.
They're good, like Fast and the Furious.
Right,
is
sure,
good,
sure,
you know,
sure.
Guilty
I
pleasures,
can
but
see
still
that.
a lot of fun.
But yeah, I think it was because we watched Enter the Dragon, and Max was like, "Hey, you like that? You might like this," and so I was like, "Oh yeah, I've never seen that movie before." I should
Real
watch it.
quick, speaking of kung fu movies, I don't know if you saw in the Discord our magical sleeper Chris V in the film and TV bit.ly
Huge dick and bakes pies.
tab. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
Big dick pie baker Chris V. In the hashtag film and TV at bit.ly/TADPOG Discord, posted a trailer and a little informational clip about Karate Kid Legends.
Yeah, dude.
It actually looks really fucking
Yeah, no,
good.
it looks great.
Oh my god.
Henry and I were eating the other day, and I was like, "Hey, you know, there's a new Karate Kid movie coming out." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "You knew about that?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, we should go see it." And he was like, "Oh, our class is going to see that."
Wow.
And I was like, "Your class? You mean like at like Taekwondo?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, well, they haven't told me that yet."
is there not a
Y'all
permission
got any more of them
slip? Or...
permission slips?
Right. Yeah. And then he was like he said the date, and I was like, "Ooh, we might have to go see that because we got plans. My family's coming in that day." So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, might be able to make it work. But hey, if it doesn't, then I get to see it too.
Right.
Because I'm not going to go see it alone. That's not one that I think I'm going to go see in the theater alone.
Probably not.
I would watch it streaming, maybe, but I never watched Cobra Kai or anything.
See, I kind of want to watch Cobra Kai now. I saw the first season, but I never watched anything past that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I just kind of lost track of it.
Yeah.
But I want to see it. And I thought what I was afraid of, but this was going to be a follow up to that shitty Jalen Smith.
Oh yeah.
Jackie Chan was Mr. Miyagi in that, and
Yeah.
I hated that movie. And just on principle, really, more than anything.
And that
But-
thing's probably like, what, 15 years
Yeah.
old now?
But I found out that I was like, how are they going to bridge this gap here? You know, and
Right.
it wasn't that. It turns out.
I didn't watch the trailer.
Well, for informational purposes, and I'm not giving really anything fancy away, but it turns out that Jackie Chan's character is Mr. Han, who plays an
From
old
Lincoln Park.
an old
Mr. Hog.
yes, an old friend of Mr. Miyagi's, and his grandson, who is good at kung fu, he's still getting bullied. He goes to school in New York and he's getting bullied by these guys that are really just kicking his ass. And so he comes to Daniel LaRusso and asks Daniel to teach his grandson Miyagi style karate. And some of the shit that they showed, the fights that they showed, little action, it is so good. It is going to be so fucking good. I can't wait.
Sometimes
At one point, Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan have a little sparring session, and I know it's all choreographed.
Sure,
but
yeah.
holy shit, it was.
Well, and
It was
Ralph
so
Macchio
cool.
was like 65 too.
Yeah.
It's like
So is Jackie Chan.
and this dude looks like he's
Oh
40,
yeah, he's
maybe.
always looked young. he was in his 20s in the first movie, and he looks like he's 15
Yeah.
years
Yeah, he
old. You know,
does.
16 years old. But anyway, I didn't mean to cut into your segment.
No,
I
you're
just
good.
wanted to bring that up.
I love that you did. It's more organic this way. No, it's great. It's a conversation. It's
Yeah.
much preferred.
Okay,
Sometimes I don't watch trailers. Sometimes
I try not to, but this one I had to watch.
yeah, I was really tempted, especially even after like Henry and I talked about it. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but now it sounds like I need to.
It's right there in the Discord. I would give it a watch. It's got more of there's some behind the scenes and some interviews and stuff attached to it. But it's pretty good shit. Pretty good shit.
I can't remember the last Final Fantasy 14 update, but I'm leveling Paladin.
oh that's new. Yeah,
that's
you weren't
new.
losing Paladin last. You were still on White Mage last time.
Yeah, White Mage is 100. I was sad to kind of stop healing, but I was like, I got these tanks to
Let's
level.
go midway. Paladin.
Yeah, Paladin.
Is it a tank class like it was in 11?
Yeah, it's a tank. Yeah, it's
Makes
a
sense.
tank. Yeah, it does make sense. It's I haven't tanked since playing Warrior. It's I'm only level 67, but so far it's I don't know, not as fun as Warrior for me. Warrior was like rip and tear.
Okay.
And I felt like really had a lot of self-reliability. Paladin might get there. I don't know. I'm only 67. But Warrior like really gets to a point like I feel like in the 70s where it's just like I can solo this dungeon.
What you keep
It'll take forever,
aggro
but I can solo.
with Warrior? Do you keep aggro with damage dealing, and in Paladin you keep aggro like healing, and stuff like
it
you
was
did in 11?
No, it's the way aggro works in 14 is like every tank class has a tank stance, and as long as you have that stance on, like you're hard pressed to get enemies to not stick on you.
Oh, okay.
Like I mean, it's like really out of all the games I've ever played, Final Fantasy 14 is like the easiest is like keeping aggro. Like it's
I
like
mean, that's nice. So you don't have like fighting a goblin and they turn away for 1 second,
Drop a
single
bomb.
hit the guy, and then turn back to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I
And just
know.
for no reason,
I
out
know.
of the blue.
I know. There are some bosses that are like programmed to do that, where it's like in the middle of a fight, like there's some RNG, and it's like they'll randomly pick someone who's not the tank to like throw a single attack at. But that's kind of like, I don't know, that's the fun that I've had with Paladin is they have these abilities where it's like they pull from the old Final Fantasy games where they have cover and they have interpose. So it's like if a boss does something like that, you can cover. But it's like I like never see it. And
Yeah.
you know, it's one of those things where it's just like I don't think people really use it a lot. I've been using it just for fun, just to be like, oh, I have this button. Cover. I'll cover the healer. So yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
Warrior's better in my opinion, but and then I played a game called Towerborn, which is from the developer
Roland.
Stoic. What's that?
Roland.
Roland. Yeah. It should be a roguelike. I don't understand why it's not. But it's by Stoic. They're the developer who did the Banner Saga. I don't know if you're
Oh, I'm
familiar with
familiar.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is like way different. This is a it was pitched to me in a YouTube video as a beat 'em up MMO. And I was like, oh, those are two fucking things that I like a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try this out. It's on Game Pass, and like whatever Game Pass's early access is. It's also on Steam in early access, and it's like $15 on Steam. But I was like, I was tempted to just get it on Steam because I was like, I could play this on the deck, but I was like, it was too cheap for that. I was like, I pay for Game Pass. Let me just try it.
Yeah.
Let me just try it on Game Pass.
You can get to your Game Pass on your deck.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of a pain in the butt.
it
but
is.
You can do it.
It is possible. There's a weird that layer. If for whatever reason that's a bridge too far
I
for
know.
me.
too.
I just
I didn't like doing it either.
I hate it.
I did it occasionally for some stuff that we did for this show.
Yeah.
That I was playing on the deck. It was that one. What was that one we did? That was fuck. There was some game that was
Sea of Stars.
Sea of Stars.
That's so weird because I was just thinking about bringing that up because I played that a little bit.
It's a great game.
It's really good on the deck. I really enjoyed it on
That's
the
why.
deck.
That's why I picked it back up.
But I had it on Game Pass, and I was like you. I don't want to buy it. I don't wanna buy
Right.
it.
Yeah,
So I
bought
played it through Game
I
Pass.
played the whole thing on Game Pass, and it's funny because it's like when I play games on my Xbox, which is now hooked up in my living room.
Yeah.
Man, the whole time in the back of my head, I'm like, I could be playing this on my Steam Deck in bed right now, like
Yep.
this. Oh, I'm tied to this couch, and it sucks. Man,
I play Steam so much more than I
oh
did
yeah,
before.
dude, and it's like if I want to like get up to get a drink, I gotta pause the game. It's like I can't just take the game with me. This sucks. This is ridiculous. What is this? The 80s?
Well, that was nice while I was in Cincinnati. That like,
Oh yeah, I
Oh
bet.
God.
okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
dude. Towerborn's okay.
All right.
It's okay. I felt a little like the YouTube video that I watched that was suggested to me in my algorithm was just it was a little like the reviewer liked the game a lot. I'll just put it that
Okay.
way. And when I played it for like, I don't know, man, like 5 hours, and it's like, yeah, this is fun. But I'm done with it.
And you didn't spend $15,
Right. And I wouldn't have felt mad if I did. And it might be different if I were playing it with like a group of people.
Yeah.
Like in the same group of people. Because it's like, it is like an MMO in the sense where it's like everybody's playing this game together at the same time. You see each other on like the world map. But then when you go into like a stage, if no one's in your party, it's just you. And to me, that's like, well, then this is
Not really.
Auto greet
Yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah,
or at least be able to turn that on.
Well,
Like,
yeah, it just seems like lobbies, like in Street Fighter 6 or something,
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah.
oh, I see all these players, but we're not actually playing together. So I don't know. It just made me really think about. There is an MMO that's like, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a beat 'em up MMO that's like insanely unpopular here in the States, but apparently in other countries it is very popular. I think it's called like Dungeon Fighter Online or something like that. And when I looked it up, I was like, this game looks like shit. And like all the Steam reviews are like, nah, it's like, mixed reviews. And normally, I don't know, man, I'd go out on a limb for a mixed review game. But then when I watch the gameplay and I'm like, man, this looks like the art style, it just looks so like not good. Like, I mean, I don't know. It turned me off. So I guess my point is I want like a River City Ransom style game where it's like, it's just populated with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, there's no overworld or anything. It's just stages. It's just staged like screens that connect to one another.
Yeah.
That's all I want, man. And then like to have other players in there.
That's a good idea. Maybe you're onto something.
at least on Scott Pilgrim, you could like play that on an Xbox and other people opt into your game.
That
and
is true.
The four of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, man, with Towerborn, I think they might be trying to like keep safety in mind, like online safety, because it's like they even say that like there's no voice chat, first of all, which is like, that's okay. I'm all right with that. Because I don't really use voice chat in games anyway. But they make it a point where it's like they like explicitly tell you people have to be in your party in order for you to play with them. But I don't know. if there's no voice chat, who cares?
Right,
like,
right.
get them in, pop them in. So I don't know. And then on Thursday, Nikki came home with a long-haired black kitten, and that was a surprise.
Did you name him Travis?
I did not.
Okay, I was just curious.
I didn't. I named him Sabin.
We found a cat.
You found a cat?
Yeah, he's been coming around, and Tanya named him Travis. and
Nice.
but he's not long haired. Anyway, Sabin. Okay.
Sabin, yeah. Nikki got to name our last cat, so it was my turn to name him, and it was between Sabin and Ultros.
I like Ultros.
And Sabin kind of just stuck.
Yeah.
Well, he only had 4 paws, right? So he can't be Ultros.
That's right. Yeah.
You have like the muty cat that has 2 more dead legs.
Right.
That could be Ultros.
Yeah. That would have been Ka. He's awesome. He's really great. Nikki came home and I was like in the middle of a boss fight in Final Fantasy, so like I could feel her like presence like hovering next to me, but I was fucking locked in. And then like so she leaves and then I get done and I'm like, hey, where'd you go? And then like she comes back in and like when she comes back in, there's this fucking like meow. And oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Yay.
God, I fucking melted. Holy shit, dude.
Please tell me it was the same time I sent you that Sabin TikTok.
It was
on
like
Discord.
It was like a day later. I mean, no joke. That's like probably why Sabin was fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
Was because of that TikTok. That TikTok's hilarious. I had seen that before, but not in Final Fantasy VI.
There's a whole
style.
channel of just redone Final Fantasy VI artwork to TikToks.
Nice.
I fucking love.
That's
called
great.
the Phoenix Cave.
Okay.
I
all
fucking love it.
right. That sounds great. Maybe I'll like spend more time on TikTok, just for that. But man, this fucking kitten, he's fucking stinky and he is great, and I love him. So yeah, it's been really cool.
Awesome.
Berlioz
I love
hates
it.
it.
Ah, that
Oh,
really
yeah.
hates it.
Oh, yeah.
Hates it so much. But now we're past the hissing stage. We're past the growling stage. He can tolerate.
Now it's just the avoidance
It's
stage.
avoidance.
Will kick
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll get there. But I'm so, it's so nice. It's so nice to have a kitten in the house. He rules, dude. It is so funny to have like kittens are great because it's like he's so clumsy but fast at the same time.
Yeah. I know that all too well. It's my favorite time.
Oh yeah, he's great.
I have a son like that.
Yeah. So that's it, man. Just been playing some games, hanging out, super not wanting to go to work tomorrow.
No, girl, same.
But how about you, Tyler? What you been up to, man?
Well, since Anna graduated and moved out of her house, now we, for now, have her 2 cats. She has 2 black cats, one short hair, one long hair.
Oh, nice.
Named Penny and Poe. One is giant black cat.
Is that
So
the
just
long
like
hair,
we love
or-
BBC in this house. So
Yeah,
short hair, but just big, just
Yeah.
big black cat.
man, it's fucking
And
weird.
then very like half the size long haired black cat.
Dude, like Sabin and Berlioz next to one another is crazy because it's like when I pet the little fluff ball and like he's like paper.
Yeah.
Or like a feather duster. And then I pet Berlioz and he's this sleek
Yep.
fucking like muscular
Muscular.
panther.
God, you just shit on Team America, whatever.
Yeah, I know. That's my favorite scene in Team America, man, with the fucking Panthers. Oh, God, it's the best. It's like people say the puppet sex scene is the best. It's not. That's a
No,
good
it's the
scene.
Panther.
It's
I'm
the
with you.
Panthers.
See, I went back. I've gotten all the achievements. I've gotten almost the entire bestiary and almost all the characters. So I'm like 90% done with Vampire Survivors. I've got like 150 hours in.
So you're a
Still.
completionist of this.
I just really like it.
Okay.
I'm
So
not
you're not
normally-
chasing it. You're just,
I
you're
just
just
enjoy
playing
it.
it.
That's awesome.
I was getting a little burned out, so I was like, I'm gonna go back to Sea of Stars.
Sure, it's a lot of time. I get it.
It's just so easy to just
I know.
pick up,
Start a
knock
new
out a
one.
game,
Sure.
pick a different character, have
Yep.
a different experience.
Sure.
Just
Totally.
just
I
knock
get
one
it.
out,
It's a
one
great
after the
game.
other. tried going back to Sea of Stars, which was nice at the same time, going from something that's like fast and interactive like Vampire Survivors to like every battle taking 5 minutes in Sea of Stars.
Yeah, sure.
That is a hard transition.
Yeah.
Let's see. Choco Chica got another gecko.
Well, at least she already had the stuff.
Her dad, she like went out somewhere with her dad, and they just happened to like be selling geckos. So now she has a full-grown gecko. She named Mavis. So she's got Mavis, and Mavis is a pinstripe gecko, and Tuna
And then
is a
Beacon.
Halloween
And then
gecko.
teaches typing. Yes, we got.
That's exactly what I thought, but I was like, she's not going to get that.
No. No.
I've got a box in the garage. Have you ever seen it? It's got a black lady and a keyboard on it.
Are so they got two separate setups, I imagine,
Yes,
because
they
one would probably
cannot-
eat the other.
Yeah, they're solitary, so you cannot put them together.
Gotcha. They do great in prison.
Let's see. I got my copy of Kentucky Blood today by Ashley Shea.
Okay.
I told him, like, hey, I'm gonna buy it. He's like, wait, I'm about done with the second edition that has a lot of important revisions.
Oh, cool.
I was like, okay. So he finished that and he said, all right, now order it. Okay. So that came in today. I haven't started it yet. Melissa and I watched a really good documentary last night called Tell Me Who I Am. And it's about a pair of twin brothers. One has a motorcycle accident and loses his memory except for his twin. So
he remembers his twin.
He remembers his twin. That's it. Not his parents, not his life, nothing but his twin. So,
Like, does he remember? Like, does he have the memories of his twin, or is he just?
he just knows that's my brother.
Okay, gotcha.
That's my brother, and I trust my brother.
Gotcha.
But he doesn't like. He can look at a bicycle. He has all his regular motor skills. He can talk. He can walk. But like, you show him a bicycle, he's like, "Oh, what's that?" But he can get on it, ride it, but he doesn't know what it is.
Can he remember what it is?
No.
Gotcha.
No, doesn't know, like, they're watching TV. He's like, what is this? That's a TV. Oh, okay, cool. like man. So it's interesting because the whole. I mean, it's really dark and it's a lot of twists
Sure,
and
it
turns.
sounds like it
because
would have to be.
he depends on his brother to tell him everything about his life, and his brother lies about some things and what he lies about and why he lies about and what the brother
Not like in
finds
funny
out.
ways.
No,
Oh,
no,
that's a
not
bummer
at all.
because I would
Not
lie
at-
about funny shit
not
all the time.
remotely. So it's like he talks about like he's like, I met my girlfriend. My brother had to tell me we're going to go into a room and your girlfriend's in there. Here's her name and your relationship. And he goes in there and like no memory of her. He's like, I always think it's funny. I tell people I lost my virginity to the same girl twice because he has.
Please don't tell me
No
his brother's like
recollection of-
fucking pimping him out or
No,
something.
no. That was just a funny. That
Like
was one of the
every
few
day.
funny moments in the documentary.
Gotcha. It's like the dark 51st dates where it's like,
Oh no, you love.
no, you
fucking
love
these
her.
people.
You love her. Oh, I know. You think she's gross. She's not. I mean, you love
No,
her
it's
so
normal.
much.
We all fuck 80-year-old men for money. We
Right.
all do
yeah,
it.
we all do it. And it's not, he's going to give you $50. It's fine. That's just,
You always give me 40 of it. You would like to just keep it.
actually, you give me 50 of it, and then I give you the chicken nuggets, remember?
And if you need
It's your
something,
favorite food. It's a deal we make.
Yeah, I got them in this bucket.
if you need something, you got to come to me. I'll take care of it.
Because he flips through photo albums and he's like, "Oh, where are we here?" And his brother like says all these stories around all these pictures and memories that he doesn't remember. It's hour and a half. It's really good.
It is
I
like
highly
50
recommend
first
it.
dates.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, he has basically his first 18 years of life are a blank. Doesn't remember, doesn't know.
Jesus
and then from
Christ.
18 onward, it's like he has two different lives.
Wow.
So, but I can't recommend it enough. The other, when I was in Cincinnati, went to Jungle Gyms. Love Jungle Gyms.
What is Jungle Gyms?
Crazy huge grocery store.
Okay.
Like massive. Have everything.
Have you
could
talked about
possibly
you've
think
talked
of.
about this before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alton Brown
okay.
used to go to it all the time in Goody.
Okay. I knew it sounded
He
familiar.
went somewhere in Georgia and he would go to Jungle Gyms. So you guys did me a solid last week. So I wanted to get you guys something each from Jungle Gyms.
Oh boy.
What did we do for you last week?
We recorded early at the
Oh.
last minute so I could
Oh.
go.
Oh.
So if you pass that down to Dave, there is something for you.
Oh, this looks like some salsa of some kind. Carolina Reaper salsa. Hell yes.
And then you're not that spicy of a boy, Ian. So here is for you.
Shit, yeah. Peach cobbler.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
So then I also bought other stuff to try. Two of which come from Jungle Gyms.
Okay.
The other I just saw at the dollar store and everything. I was like, oh, new chips.
All right.
So reach in the bag first.
They have digital coupons at the Dollar General.
Yes, they do. I use the shit out of those. The latest round of vote on what Lay's potato chips you like. Wavy Korean style fried chicken.
Okay.
All right.
I think these are going to be good. That's my guess. I like wavy. The wavy chips
I
are
do
good.
too. Wavy Lays are awesome.
Because even though they're a fried chip, I like these a lot more than like a regular Lay. It just feels like a piece of grease paper.
Yeah.
So Korean fried chicken.
The smell's a little. That's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
If it wasn't a wavy chip, I don't
just a
think.
regular Lay?
Yeah, I think I'd be less inclined to.
See, I wish they
Eat a
did
second
more
one.
baked
It's got a
Lays.
nice
I love a
finish.
baked Lay more than I like anything else, hands down.
Yeah, same.
Yo, I had teriyaki meatballs from Midtown Market for dinner, and their lo mein. Their lo mein is the best lo mein I've ever had.
No shit.
No fucking joke.
Midtown Market has good food.
They really
No.
do. I highly recommend the teriyaki meatballs.
Okay.
And I bought some pot stickers from Walmart, and I found out why they're called pot stickers.
Yep.
I didn't know that was like a literal term, but it's
Yep.
because they stick to the pot when you cook them.
Yep. Make it
So-
that crispy bottom
Yeah.
if you do the yep.
Yeah, Tanya hooked me up with those tonight. It was so good. I'm full, but I
Nothing,
like
nothing
them
too
some
heavy.
chips. No,
Just
no.
a wafer thin chip. So here's Lay's regular style Valentina and lime.
What is
What is-
Valentina?
yeah.
Valentina, it looks like it's kind of hot sauce. Like I recognize the bottle.
Oh, it's a brand.
It's a brand.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Also, if you've not
Smells
had
much better.
Panda Express's bottled sweet and sour sauce that you can buy at Walmart,
I buy the orange chicken and make
it's so
and
good.
do the chicken.
Really?
I soak the chicken and deep fry the chicken and then put the orange sauce on it for the kids.
Huh. I didn't even know you could buy it at Walmart.
I'm a big lime guy. I like lime.
these-
I like lime too.
I've been eating tahini like it's my job.
Oh, I'd love tahini.
Yeah.
All right, Valentina and lime.
Okay. Yeah.
That is
I got a little bit better.
a strange taste, but I really
It
like
is.
it.
What's weird to me is when you smell the bag, it doesn't smell like this, but when I smell an individual chip, it smells like BO.
A little bit. It's strong in the lime. The lime is very potent. I like it.
It is strong in the
I
lime.
agree that it's better.
Here's
Oh, Canadian.
Lay's all dressed.
All
yeah.
dressed Canadian
I've never
chips.
had these.
Did we
Alright.
not have?
Did we have
I thought
them?
we had some.
Maybe we
Maybe
did, I
it
don't
wasn't.
remember.
Maybe it wasn't Lay's. I remember us having all dressed
I
chips.
do remember it. Tangy, sweet.
I don't know what all dressed is exactly though.
Yeah.
I see honey. Is that garlic?
Savory, sour cream. No, these are just other things that they have. All right.
Here we go.
All dressed.
I prefer half dressed. That's nice, but I prefer half dressed.
There's a little vinegar in there. I
Yeah.
can taste
It's like a
it.
vinegary barbecue sauce, maybe.
Yeah,
Or like a vinegary ketchup.
Yeah.
it's ketchup.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Vinegary ketchup. It's pretty good.
Yep, I like it.
The last of the chips. Loaded taco Doritos.
Late night.
Okay.
They have another late night flavor out at Walmart that's like a
Tyler's face when you sniff the bag.
Punch you in the nose.
Jesus. A little bit. Yeah, they do. You know, Doritos makes a taco flavor chip that comes in a bag that looks like the 1980s.
Oh yeah, I remember
Still.
that.
I know exactly what
remember
you're
that
talking
bag.
about. It has the sombrero on it and everything.
Yeah, and like it just the only thing it doesn't have.
Damn, that smells good. This bag smells good.
It does.
Holy shit.
The only thing it doesn't have on the taco bag is the clear window to see the chips through.
Yeah, okay, that I remember.
Otherwise, it's the same.
Yeah, I'd miss that window.
I do.
Loaded taco.
That
Hell
is
yeah.
super creepy.
Hell yeah, this is a good fucking chip.
It tastes just like a loaded taco. Like, no joke. I got some tomato.
the
I got some
beef,
sour
fucking
cream in
lettuce.
there. The lettuce.
That's
is
weird that you
weird.
say that. It does taste like lettuce.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
This is wild.
There's
Man,
a lot
this is
of
great. I
There's
love
a
it.
lot of lettuce flavor in there. I can.
Yeah. Damn. Big fan. Those are great.
Like those more than I thought I would.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Damn.
So I will pass. I'll get spoons and I'll pass them around. Of Gala apple preserves from Jungle Gems. Save some sweet down for the end.
Thank you.
Yes. It smells really nice.
It does smell nice. It smells like moonshine.
Gala apple preserves.
Ooh, that's tasty. Mm-hmm. I really like that.
I
It
was
is good.
surprised.
Oh, well,
Hell yeah.
we're not finished eating.
Also pass around these vanilla pizzelles, which is just sort of like a vanilla wafer.
Thank you.
And then very last, after we try the next thing, I found what are essentially Altoid sours. I see these on TikTok. They actually had them in store at Jungle Gems.
Okay.
So here's the citrus retro sour.
Yeah, we're not done. I brought
You brought stuff too.
Sonic Blasts.
I can't eat the whole thing.
No,
Oh,
I don't,
okay,
it's
good.
fine.
Good.
I brought 3.
I mean, I don't want you to waste your money, but
Don't worry about it. It's totally fine.
that's funny. Which one are what kind we got?
I got. Hang on, I gotta look them up. I got 3
you.
flavors. I don't know which is which. One is the turtle truffle nut blast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can we all just share? You at least get your own.
Turtle truffle nut blast. One is chocolate chocolate chunk brownie blast.
I think I got that one maybe.
and the cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough blast.
Ooh.
I think I have the cookie dough, and I think you have the nut
I think I got the
blast.
turtle truffle
You
nut
got the
blast.
Nut blast.
Nut blast. I've got fresh spoons. Tyler has a bunch of spoons.
I do, so we can each get a new spoon and pass them around.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll need a new spoon though.
I need, I guess, 2 spoons.
I need a spoon.
Old Davy 2 spoons.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need to pass the.
That's my fucking Dick Tracy
you,
name.
you sample that, and then we'll pass clockwise.
Just to give you a.
Oh, that's fine too. We don't. This. Do you think this is cookie dough?
Yeah, that
I
looks
do.
like cookie dough to me.
I'll try to get a decent sample
Which
of
would,
cookie dough.
out of the 3 is the one that I would have ordered.
I already gave him his. I passed it along.
All right, Sonic Blast cookie dough.
Hell yeah.
Shit, dude,
It's good.
that's really good.
I like cookie dough.
It is good. Here, give me 3
Fuck.
spoons. Give me 3 spoons. Give me 3 spoons, Tyler. All right.
Eeny 3 spoons, Davy 2 spoons,
All right. This is the
T1 spoon.
turtle truffle nut blast.
Hell yeah.
Give me that. Give me that. That's so much nut blast.
Don't nut blast yet.
I don't. I blast when I blast.
I don't have
when
my
I nut,
spoon
I'm
yet.
just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
when I nut
Don't
blast.
move.
I blast big.
I'm edging this spoon
Don't
that you guys
move.
each get your nut blast. We'll nut blast the same
Yeah,
time.
that's the only way. As God intended.
All right. Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
Go.
That's good.
It's like Ben and Jerry's kitchen sink.
I don't like the back end of it.
I don't like the back end of your nut blast.
I don't. I liked it because
It's
what
dark.
happens is I run out of ice cream. The ice cream I eat first, and then I'm
It
left.
melts and you're left with chunk.
Well,
The Turtle
Just
Truffle Nut Blast has praline, toasted almonds, and caramel filled chocolate truffles. And that's what I think the praline is what you're getting.
Yeah, and I got the caramel at the very, very end. It's odd that like the way the flavors like stacked. It was like sedimentary rock, where it's like, okay, first is the ice cream. Yeah. And so what do we have left? What is this?
Chocolate Chunk Brownie Blast.
Chocolate chunk brownie blast.
All right. Get chunk.
I've been live for chunky.
That's my favorite.
It's good.
Cold.
Yep. That's what I was with Ian's Nut Blast. I was like, this is too much.
It was a big bite. Mm-hmm. It was cold.
This ice cream is so good. Their
Yes.
ice cream is really
Well, here,
good.
I'll trade you. Since that was your favorite, the cookie dough is my favorite. Yeah. And I'm totally not going to eat this whole thing while we record. I'm not going to do it.
I'm going to stick with the Nut Blast.
I'm not going to dip my vanilla pizzelles into this nut blast.
Oh, that would be horrible to do.
And then whenever everybody's done with their ice cream, I'll pass out the retro sours.
By then, I'm going to need the bucket.
I'm going to have a couple of bites, and then I got to put this thing back in the freezer.
Oh, come on. Let's just eat it.
I'm already so full from dinner.
Me too. I had
So what was your podcast about? We ate Sonic Blast in real time.
silence. For just 10 minutes.
was
We
10
all
minutes
just sat there in silence.
Ice cream foley, where we just sat.
Three guys, look, these guys have been trying to watch their weight recently, and they just decided to just let it go for one night.
It's a holiday.
You listened to that?
The whole thing.
3 times.
This is good. This is better than a McFlurry.
It's just much better than a McFlurry. I can take 2 bites of McFlurry and feel sick from the corn syrup.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that with this.
I like this ice cream actually a little better than Dairy Queen's. If I'm being honest.
It's got like this is gonna sound weird. I don't know the best way to describe it, but like the texture is different. It's almost like it's almost a little grainier, which doesn't sound appetizing, but
That's accurate.
it's good.
Okay.
Oh damn it, Ian! Why'd you stop?
I'm sorry. I should have gone with the mini size. But it was like the small was like $4 and some change. Like and the small size up from mini was only like 80 cents more. Like, well, shit.
These cookies.
It's like a a popcorn movie theater. Like, why would you not just get the large?
Right. We usually get a large and split it. Same with the drink.
Refill.
Yeah. We'll get a large popcorn, large drink, and then just share it.
Oh shit. I gotta quit. This is so good.
I'm not shopping yet. I was right on the edge of blowing my calories for the day, so this just pushed it over, so might as well
Just be good tomorrow.
make it count. I took a walk today.
Me
I
too.
walked.
Well, I walked on my treadmill. Okay, now I'm eating the cookie. What the fuck? I gotta stop
It was good.
eating. This isn't most food I've eaten in one day in a while.
I barely had anything. I do this thing where I eat like not much for breakfast and lunch,
I don't-
and then I eat
yeah.
a huge dinner.
Yep.
Same. That's what I do. I don't eat breakfast at all, and then I eat like a pack of tuna for lunch, and then by the time dinner comes around, I'm starving, so I eat like an asshole. But it's the only food I eat. Oh. Truncate Silence is going to be working hard tonight.
So
Let the listeners watch.
yeah, the first not the first Tadpog mukbang, but the first one in a long time.
Yeah.
You talking about Sea of Stars, man, reminded me of, I was playing Secret of Mana, and I gotta tell you, dude, I do not think that game is as good as I thought it was. I'm kind of coming around. I know that you had said that a long time ago. I'm kind of coming around to your argument. I loved that game so much. When I tried to replay it, I didn't get through it. This was like a few years ago. And then just recently, I really tried. And then it was just like, nah.
I get that.
I loved it as a kid, but man, now I don't want to do it.
I want to play in like Breath of Fire 2 so badly, but I get burnt out at the same point every
Every
decade
time.
when I pick it up and try to play it again. Because last time, like, I really made a good effort. I was enjoying it, and then it's just like, fuck, I'm over it. About the same time when you go to you get Jean the Frog, and he's just such a shitty character, and it's such a weird point in the story that I just quit. I get tired of it.
I got those Street Fighter skins
Oh, yeah?
in Overwatch. I was going to tell you all
Thank you
what
for
they
getting these
were.
in very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
I wasn't sure at the time who was who, but Juno is Chun-Li, Widowmaker is Cammy,
Okay.
Blanca is
Winston.
Winston. Guile is Soldier 76.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes
Yeah, that's
perfect
good.
sense. Dalsum is Zenyatta is Dalsum.
That makes sense, too. That's a
Yeah.
good call.
Hanzo is Ryu. Widowmaker's Cammy. Sigma is M. Bison. And I think I got... Oh, Kiriko is Juri. I don't know Juri. She's, I think, a new character in the Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, she's the feet one. She's the one that everyone went crazy about her feet.
Oh, well, that tracks. In the poster on the game, like in the lobby, the home screen, prominent toes. Like she's in the mid kick and toes are like in the foreground.
Yeah, they did that for the fans. That was fan service.
Okay. But yeah, that was all of them.
You guys like feet?
They're fine. I don't have a thing for them.
I'm okay with them.
I'm not turned off by feet.
No, I'm
but
not either.
turned on by feet. either.
I'm in that same boat. I can respect a good pair of feet,
Yeah.
but
I like feet.
They don't
Okay. I don't really
I can
like...
come on them, but not to them.
There you go.
It's fine.
they're never going to be my first choice.
No. I mean, fifth tier at best.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go through. Yeah. Yeah, fifth tier at best. I'm with you. Sixth tier, honestly.
Yep.
Guys, I need a break.
Okay.
I need to stop for a minute. I'm going to just hit pause. We'll be
Okay.
right back.
Got Dairy Belly?
Okay, we're back. We did a little calorie counting.
Yeah.
I'm way over for the day.
Yeah, me too.
I don't track mine, but I have a pretty decent idea of where mine lie, and I've eaten 3 days worth of calories.
I do track mine. I have with painful accuracy. I know how bad I fucked up, but hey, it was good.
Good content.
It was good. Yeah, we did it for the show.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I hope, listener, I hope you
suffer for your
appreciate.
art.
Yes.
I messaged Tyler on my way here. I was going to just surprise you guys with them, but I didn't know what to do. I was afraid they'd melt.
They would melt.
And I messaged Tyler. I was like, hey, man, I'm going to be coming in hot with Sonic Blast. I need a place to put these.
Yo.
And we had a freezer, fortunately, out here now that's not broken.
So I'm browsing fucking Sonic's nutrition facts spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Like you do. They have a thing on here called the Sonic Rechargers with Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? There's a blood orange medium.
That's exactly what I had the other day.
That sounds great.
It's not sugar-free Red Bull, but it was really good.
Well, the calories in it's not bad. 220.
I think it's just from the Red Bull and some of the blood orange syrup, and that's it.
Damn.
It was pretty good when I had it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Sonic is peak on drinks, and now I'm saying their ice cream is really solid too.
Yep. It's a justification of its position on the list from the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So
I ate it too much blast. My belly is like, oh.
Yeah. Blast belly.
Oh.
I do definitely have blast. But I'm drinking I'm slamming water. I'm gonna run out of water. I'm just trying to get it to break down and feel less bulky in my tummy.
This was a small?
That's a small. It looks like a medium.
It does look like a medium. That's why I want to confirm.
I was gonna go mini. I should have just gone mini on the sizes.
Whew.
Sonic Blast.
All right, Sonic Blast. I'm going to record the rest of this just kind of reclined.
You want your aperitif?
Oh, yes.
God. Sure.
Let's just fucking do it. Why not?
Oh, fuck.
It'll be a good palate cleanser.
Whew. Thank you.
Oh,
Retro sour citrus.
all right.
It's like the perfect nipple size.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, just the nib part, not the areola.
I like it to look like Bubblicious bubblegum, Dave.
These are nice. It's a nice little bit of sour.
Because I love the Altoid sours back in the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have we had enough Sonic Blast in our life?
Oh, no.
There's,
don't think so.
There's more, gang.
I would get that again. We have to systematically go through all 64
God.
flavor combinations they have.
Okay.
You get into heaven. Have you had more than 1,000 Sonic
had
Blast?
these-
No.
Have you had this? Have you had the Wendy's ones yet?
Nah. I'm done with Wendy's, man.
The
They're dead to
girls
me.
talked about wanting to try the strawberry Pop-Tart one.
I had
That
the
sounds
strawberry
cool.
one. I had the one with just strawberry and vanilla ice cream, vanilla frosty, but no Pop-Tart pieces. It was really good.
Like they forgot to put them in there?
No,
or,
they have one
okay.
that's
That's just
you
strawberry?
can just get the strawberry goo along with the
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Strawberry nut.
Hell yeah.
nut blast.
Oh. And if you want, we can, we can stretch this fucking Sonic Blast shit out. There's a fucking Sega Genesis 3D Sonic Blast. There's a Saturn Sonic Blast. I mean, we could fucking,
Just bring Sonic Blasts every week.
depends on how far you want to go.
The Sonic well is very deep.
We're starting with the worst of the
I would
of the
fucking
group.
say so.
Yes, we are.
This game,
It sucks.
my friends.
I think this
It
game
sucks.
is nigh unplayable.
It's so slow.
And
It's-
zoomed in.
And it's
Yes.
zoomed in. You can't see anything.
Ridiculous.
Like it's not even a dead horse. It has revived the horse to walk back into this room.
True
of
res.
Pixels
True
too
resurrection
big.
to the horse. I mean-
Sonic Blast is true res the horse. Because that's the thing about Sonic. They're normally one, they're fast. So you need to be able to see in front of you to navigate.
Yeah.
So it's zoomed the fuck in oh my God.
Yeah, it's zoomed in the 4:3 aspect ratio. It's just
It's a side scroller, but
It's so slow.
it's slow side scrolling.
Holy shit.
and we should say it's for the Game Gear.
Yeah.
However,
I went back and played Sonic 2. I was like, what is the comparison between this and Sonic 2 that came with my Game Gear?
yep.
That is also more zoomed in than I remember, but it's not as bad as this. And it feels fast.
And it had a hang glider.
And it had a hang glider.
You know what I didn't see in this fucking game? Not one single hang glider.
Nope. You got Knuckles instead. I didn't even play as Knuckles.
I
just played
saw-
as
Which is
Sonic.
cool that Knuckles is in it. I'm not a big Knuckles guy, but it's cool that he's in it. You can play the levels in a different way. And also it's cool that Sonic gets a double jump. I
I didn't know that made it easier on me.
Well, it's like I think they made a really good decision in it, where it's like it's not like a full double jump. Like when you do it, he gets like maybe a quarter of his regular jump.
Yeah, enough to get you over the
Since
hump.
Knuckles
Yeah.
can glide. I assume Knuckles can glide.
Yeah, Knuckles can glide and climb walls. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. It's like, oh shit, I wish Sonic. To me now, when I play a fucking Sonic game, I'm gonna think, oh yeah, he needs that double jump, because it made like a lot of platforming easier, which I totally get why they would do it in this game, because they had to make it easier.
Yeah.
Because it's so zoomed in. I played the
Is that
Master System
pre-rendered?
version.
It's the pre-rendered Donkey Kong Country style.
Yeah, pre-rendered
graphics.
3D graphics. Yes. It came out super late. I think this is like a 96.
96. I think it was. I think I saw 96, and it's the 6th and final Sonic game on the Game Gear.
And it might. Yeah. Right. Okay. Man, I played it on the Master System, which only came out in Brazil.
Oh.
Weird. But
Well, wasn't the PS2 in Brazil like for another decade after it ran everywhere else?
I think the Genesis too. Like I think like
Well, their import fees are supposed to be crazy,
Yeah.
crazy high. So systems have to have double the lifespan.
And I think that, man, I'm kind of talking on my ass. I don't have any like citations to back any of this up, but it's one of those things where I think that people were developing Genesis games for the Brazilian market. Like after, the
Yeah.
Genesis was worldwide, after it was done, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of neat. But yeah, I played it on the Master System, which is zoomed out, which is nice. It's still a bad game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a bad game. But it's like, I watched a video of, because man, I was like, dude, I can play this on my Sega Genesis with a flash cart as a Master System game, and that's so much easier for me to do than to emulate like a Game Gear.
Yeah.
So I went that route, and then so I'm playing it. I'm like, honestly, up until the 4th level, I was kind of like, this isn't that bad. This isn't fun,
Right.
but it's not bad. My goal was, I was like, I'm just gonna play until I'm out of lives and I'm out of continues.
Yeah.
And then and that happened on Zone 4, which is an absolute fucking nightmare. It
See,
is
I did
like
not make it that far. I
Me
noped
neither.
out. I knocked out in Zone, the second world.
that's the 4th one is the water zone.
Oh,
And this game is already slow, and then you're in the water and it is slower. And what's in the water? A bunch of tube mazes.
Oh, good.
Where you have to guess which tube to go in, and then if you're wrong, you have to backtrack all the way to the beginning, and then be like, I guess I'm going to go in tube 2 now.
was Echo the Dolphin not confusing enough? Sonic Blast Underwater
Dude.
World.
Echo the Dolphin is such a better game than Sonic Blast. Echo the Dolphin's not a great game, but it's already tenfold better than Sonic Blast. Sonic
I also remember
Blast-
that temple, the underwater, the temple and
Yeah.
Echo and just being like,
God.
where the fuck? All my sonars bouncing off these little
know.
narrow ass corridors and shit.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. Honestly, dude, Echo the Dolphin is borderline. Hey, did you love the dam level and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES? We made it a little better. But not a whole lot better. You're a dolphin. You'd think you'd be way better than swimming than Raphael. You're not.
But no.
Because I played it on my Game Gear because I had Sonic 2, Echo the Dolphin, Sonic 2 Shining Force, Echo the Dolphin, Road Rash, which Brandon gave me when he was done with it because Brandon had that special blue edition.
It wasn't bad on the
No.
Game Gear.
The only game Echo the Dolphin, and I played a lot of Echo the Dolphin because I had to.
Sure.
But
I get it.
and I remember I could never beat the first stage, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. You look in the instruction manual and there's a code built in for you to skip it because I guess everybody in testing complained about it enough that you can just skip the intro where you have to like
Jump over those rocks.
yes,
Yep.
perfectly, absolutely
Yeah, I know.
pixel perfectly.
I know. It's one of those things where it's like if you fail the first time, it's like, oh, I guess I can't do this.
This I must have a different way to
Right. There's got to be a different way.
Yep.
And there's not. It's just, you have to do it perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. Echo the Dolphin, folks. Do we have an email for Sonic Blast?
We have an email, but Zine Lord writes, "Hello again.
Hello.
Hello. You guys finally defeated me.
This is, I'm good on the mint.
No
Thank you.
thanks. Yeah, nobody was still reviewing Game Gear games in 1996, and I was unable to find a single contemporary review of this game on Retromags. Wikipedia doesn't mention any either. The title being so similar to Sonic Blast Fan didn't help matters while searching.
Sure.
In my travels, I found a feature from Game Players magazine on the development of the never-released Sega Saturn game Sonic X Treme. The title of this feature, Sonic's Red Shoe Diaries.
Art thing?
Yeah, maybe. The title of this feature, Sonic's Red Shoe Diaries. A DVD box set of Sonic's Red Shoe Diaries?
Sonic
I'd
the
buy
Gun.
that for $1.
It's really called that?
It's the title of the
I
feature.
mean, he's got red shoes.
I mean, look, I get it, but it seems like they maybe, I don't know, it seems like an odd choice.
Sonic
does.
leaning up against a tree, riding in his diary.
Anyway, I had to go to a still retro review from 2012 of this game for the 3DS Virtual Console release of Sonic Blast. This is from Peter Wellington of Pocket.
They re-released the Game Gear version?
3DS Virtual Console release of Sonic Blast. This is from Peter Wellington of
Just
Pocket
scoop
Gamer.
the bottom of that barrel really hard. Like, get some wood splinters in it when you get that deep in the bottom.
This is from Peter Wellington of Pocket Gamer, which was a paper magazine from the UK. Technically fit for Zine Lord status. The article begins. In 1996, the Game Gear was on its last legs. Support for it would end in the following year. Releases were beginning to dry up entirely, and the capabilities of it as a system had seemingly been fully explored. Sonic Blast was released that year, and though it makes a few visual compromises it's an otherwise impressive title that platformer fans would do well to investigate.
Dude, fuck this guy.
Already. The big picture. Stepping into the shoes of either Sonic the Hedgehog or his Echnida pal Knuckles. It's up to you to collect Chaos Emeralds, defeat robotized enemies, and beat Eggman over the course of a handful of worlds, each with 3 stages to conquer. Weird. That's a new formula.
Every Robotnik level in this game, Robotnik looks exactly the same with just a different accessory.
Yes.
Like the same ship kind of in the corner.
Yeah.
First level, he has like a shuriken that just kind of bounces around the screen.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And you can like lock in on top of him in the corner and just bounce him to death.
Sure.
Yep.
The spinning blades of his helicopter do not affect you.
yep. At least before on other, like, I mean, Robotnik is always a dude in some kind of contraption.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
least there's some like level variety or the suits like either big or small.
Yeah.
Or this just felt like it was very samey pot in the corner.
The first thing you'll notice when loading up the title is how much screen real estate your chosen protagonist takes up. It's too big, is what he's trying to say. He just doesn't want to say it that way. No, she didn't. Not to me. The game's camera is so close to the action that charging through at speed isn't an option in your first few plays, encouraging a methodical approach to play and allowing you to explore pathways to find hidden goodies. It's counterintuitive. It's counter to the whole point of Sonic.
Yep.
And when I play Sonic, I go fast and I run and I scoot through and go as fast as I can just to see what I can pull off at speed.
Yes.
And this took that away from me.
Yeah, it does, like, not only in the fact that it is slower, but also Sonic games. What makes Sonic games fun and let you do that is there are multiple paths through the levels.
Exactly.
And that does not happen in Sonic Blast. There is one way through the level.
Yeah, and it's fun in a regular Sonic game to accidentally blast through a wall
Right.
that you didn't know about. It's like, oh, sweet.
Or if
I
you
found a
fall, you take the
shortcut.
bottom path.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Extra lives and additional rings can be found in these little excursions. As giant as can giant rings that lead to faux 3D bonus stages, i.e. Mode 7, which are a cross between Sonic 2's tunnel section and Sonic 3's blue sphere stages. I never liked those.
I like in Sonic 2, I like the tunnel. But
the half pipe where you're going side to side.
Yeah.
The blue sphere one I didn't like.
No, those were because the bumpers would always come up so fast.
The weird momentum, and they'd
always troll you with that shit. Yeah.
But in this, it was awkward and hard to see where the coins were, like the positioning of the coins. Sometimes they would, because you're running
in space.
You're running over a horizon that looks almost like just a drum. And then it looks like the coin's going to be way up here, but then when it gets to you, it's down here, and you could jump over it. It was irritating. The gameplay in Sonic Blast is otherwise very traditional, albeit with a few twists. Sonic has a double jump on hand, which is somewhat novel, and when you take a hit, you only lose a proportion of your rings as opposed to all of them, which I kind of was bittersweet about that because I always liked, even though it sucks when you're zipping through Sonic games at top speed and you hit something and those rings just
you see the explosion
fill the screen. I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's a cool effect that I've always loved about Sonic. This was, you lose a coin, just one little coin bloops out.
I feel like I kind of felt like, to me, they made that decision based on like probably sprite limitations, and they were probably like, well, and it's so hard in this game to recover your rings.
Yeah.
And like other like Sonic games, like on the Genesis, I feel like you're pretty good, where it's like, oh, you got hit. Okay, I can at least grab like 10 rings before they disappear.
Yeah.
But this one is like, because there's slowdown in this game. That's another thing that I ran into, where it's like when I get hit and like the rings shoot out of me, it's like, all right, sweet. So like I'm gonna be here for a second.
Yeah.
I had a hard time recovering rings, so I was grateful that they were like, okay, you're not gonna lose all of them. You're just gonna lose 20% of them.
Yeah. But anyone who's played a 2D entry in the series will be comfortably familiar with its brand of running, jumping from the outset. Next section is DK. In fact, you can get a little too comfortable, as for the most part, it's a very easy game. A few maze-like underwater sections prove tricky as you monitor the amount of time you have before running out of breath, while navigating a series of confusing pipes that weave throughout the length of each stage. But by and large, Sonic Blast won't give you too much trouble. The art will likely be most divisive element of the game for fans of the franchise. In contrast with the series' usual pixely look, Sonic Blast is a reminiscent of Donkey Kong Country and its pre-rendered 3D graphics. It doesn't animate well, and the tone is a mite darker than the classic Sonic entries, but its visuals are at least distinctive. The frame rate on this was terrible too, and I realize that's a Game Gear limitation, but when he's like spinning, you would see like it would glitch into you could see Sonic in there instead of just the spinny blue ball. And it just looked fucking weird to me.
Yeah, I didn't like the way the game looked. I really
it was kind of blocky and kind of gross looking.
Yeah.
I think it's partially due to that fact that it's zoomed in, and the resolution on a Game Gear game is not going to be. It's not conducive to zooming in,
and it's also not conducive to like 3D pre-rendered 3D sprites, because it's like what makes that work on the Super Nintendo is the resolution. It's like, okay, the resolution's high enough that we can fake this.
Yeah.
But like on the Game Gear, it's not. It is like, it doesn't
really
look,
low.
It doesn't look 3D rendered. Like it looks like it looks like that's what they were trying to do. And then it just looks bad. Like it's not convincing.
No,
it does not look 3D in any like.
A lot of Sonic were just like deceptively shiny.
Right. Yeah, he's all oiled up and shit. Right.
Finally, the article concludes: blending traditional gameplay with few new moves and a controversial look, Sonic Blast is a likable, if over easy, game. It's by no means experimental, and the camera's close proximity to your chosen character can be a pain. But otherwise, it's a strong choice for anyone who's enjoyed any other 2D romp with the nippy blue mammal. Short but sweet, Sonic Blast will be warmly received by the series' hardcore fans, and given half a chance, platformer veterans will find a lot to like too. Pocket Gamer gives this a bronze rating at 3.5 out of 5 stars.
That's a pretty positive
That is.
review, especially for the rating. I feel like their words were a lot kinder than their end 3.5 out of 5.
Well, at
which
this
I
end-
kind of agree with a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. This is a bad game, but it's like, honestly, for like as far as like Game Gear games go, you know what I mean? It's one of those where it's like
I guess that is a more fair metric to measure it by.
I told Nikki when I was playing it, because she was asking about it. She's like, "Do you like it? Is it good?" It's like, well, it's not good, but like, man, I would have eaten this shit up as a kid. If I had
hear
this
ya.
on Game Gear as a kid, I would have eaten it up, and it would have been like, well, I've beat Sonic 1 on the Game Gear and Sonic 2 on the Game Gear enough times that I want to do something different. I would have fucking.
It's weird that this feels like a step backwards compared to the two of those.
It does. I
4
agree.
years later.
I totally agree. And I hear that there are 2 other Sonic the Hedgehog Game Gear games that I didn't even play. Supposedly the third one is like the one that's the most beloved. But yeah, I mean, there's something about Sonic Blast that like the Green Hill Zone for whatever reason felt more like the Genesis version
Yeah,
of it, whether
it
it's
did.
like the level design or what. I know it's in all the other games, but there's something about it. When I was playing the Green Hill Zone, I was like, oh fuck, man, this would have been game over. I would have been over the moon as a kid playing this. I didn't own a Genesis, so like I played Sonic the Hedgehog through the Game Gear.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think it's weird that you and I both had Game Gears and that's it.
I had
Yeah,
it.
we
See,
didn't have any other
Genesis like our
Sega.
only-
Yeah.
I had the Genesis, and all I ever played was fucking Sonic and Mortal Kombat.
You got to play Mortal Kombat on the Genesis.
Yeah, you
it's
do.
so much better than Super Nintendo.
But I thought when walking in and getting in the Green Hill Zone, and then I slowly walked around the loop to loop
Right.
on my
oh
feet.
my God. The
God.
physics on the loop to loop is hilarious.
Like, come on now.
I know.
At least get that part right.
I know you guys haven't played Lemmings, right? But that's what it reminded me of. It felt like a fucking lemming, like just,
Oh.
trudging over through the loop to loop.
Well, and I thought the article was
Like
fine.
you're a troddler. A troddler. going
troddler,
around.
there you go.
Yes.
I thought the article was fine, but I thought that a lot of the things that it pointed out were shortcomings.
I know. It was
They
weird.
wrote about all of the shortcomings that we had already mentioned,
Uh-huh.
and
with a good spin on
with
a
a good
positive
spin. It's like saying, "Well, this sucks, but it'll be fine,"
I wonder
and
how-
that sucks, but it'll be fine.
I wonder how much it was on Virtual Console, because that was a 3DS Virtual Console.
What it says.
review.
Well, that was kind of at a time when there was a drought of a 2D Sonic, because you
Yeah.
had 1, 2, and 3, and then what? Sonic, the one with Metal Sonic,
Sonic CD.
Sonic CD.
Well, then there was the
And then
Dreamcast song.
You had nothing until Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2,
Mm-hmm.
which Sonic Adventure 1 is, man.
I didn't play any of those. Those
Holy
are 3D,
fuck.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really
I
good.
didn't really.
I liked them.
And I haven't played. Granted, I haven't played the most modern Sonic games, especially the ones that are considered especially busted. Like the one where like it was supposed to be a different game. So like the protagonist, it's like a female princess who is fully human, and Sonic in a fully human world, like saving a human princess. And the one where he's a werewolf, that were supposedly like really, really bottom tier garbage. I have not played those.
Did you play Sonic Mania?
No.
Sonic Mania is really good.
See, I've heard that there are some good entries.
Sonic
like,
Mania is really. It's a 2D. I mean, it's a 2D platformer.
well, Sonic
like-
Colors was supposed to be really good. That
Remember
was
that
supposed to
one.
be really good. But I've heard that. But of all the Sonic games I have personally ever played, I think this is the worst. This is the bottom. Granted, I've played half of all Sonic games now, but
yeah, it wasn't.
I'm no
great.
Choctopus.
It wasn't great, but I can understand your logic too. Of back then, it might have been something that seemed fine and it was great, and it's fresh Sonic for the Game Gear.
It would have
kind
had
of
an audience.
mentality.
It would have had an audience.
I
can
would
understand
have been perfectly pleased with it. Tyler has a really. I mean, you make a really good point. I agree with you. I think Sonic 2 on the Game Gear is way better. And
That's why I had to play it again. Like, and it granted it was more similar than I would have thought, but this still seems like about a big back step 4 years later.
some of it might be nostalgia for me, but I don't know, man. I still think that Sonic Blast. I would have been happy with it as a kid, but playing it as an adult with like no nostalgia attachment, it was just kind of like. Honestly, it was fine. It really was fine until the fourth zone, and then it was like, nah.
That's
out,
a bridge too far,
because
man.
it's this isn't.
I mean, I was in a
it's not
purple
fun.
cave when I was done. I was like, this is just so.
The purple cave is
Slow.
where I gave up too.
Yeah.
And it was just nah.
You got the spin dash, which is nice. It's hard to go back for me. It's hard to go back to Sonic 1 without a spin
Without
dash.
having it. Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
I
It's
think
so important.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's super important.
And it's super satisfying. I always loved charging
yeah.
it up.
Oh, yeah.
It's just firing off like a pinball.
I think that there should have been more power-ups in Sonic Blast. It felt like
I just got like an arrow. I didn't know what it did.
I think that was a save point.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, okay.
checkpoint.
But yeah, why is it a down arrow?
Yeah.
Like the first time I was like,
Here.
should I get this?
We're saving right here, right now.
It should be like a flag or something.
Yeah,
you know?
agreed.
Like, I don't know. It didn't communicate well. But I agree. Those loop-de-loops are fucking hilarious. They are hilarious.
Doop-de-doop-de-doop. It's a doop-de-doop.
I guess.
It feels like the first time I went up one, I was like, I'm definitely falling, right? Like
right.
I'm gonna
Nope.
get to the top
Just
and
keep
fall.
going.
And it's like, no, you just
you
leisurely
can't
stroll.
and you can't hit it any faster.
No.
It is like oh my god.
Yeah, it's funny. It's fucking funny. And I don't know. I thought they were okay. The first Robotnik boss is like pretty fucking standard. But I thought the second one, they do this like Son Goku kind of thing
Yeah,
where
he-
like he comes in riding on a cloud and he's got
yeah.
like a pole that he's trying to jab at you. I was like, okay, they're doing something here. And then the third Robotnik is like was super frustrating for me because for whatever reason, the Master System version like leaves things like at the bottom of the screen where it's like it would have been cropped in the Game Gear screen, but because it's like zoomed out, it's like I can see Robotnik like down at the bottom where you're not supposed to see him, and it's all just kind of janky because it's
Yeah.
you know. And then in the 3D stages, like on the left and right, it's just these sky blue blocks. Because it's like the game doesn't fill up the whole television
Right.
screen. It's kind of like when you play like a Super Game Boy on a Super Nintendo, and it's like a window.
The outline of the game.
Yeah. So it was weird.
I had a moment that I can honestly say I've only ever had a moment like this one other time in my life. When I was watching not about Sonic Blast, but about Sonic 2, going back and trying to research and compare the other two. So I remember because I was you guys know how I am with Super Punch Out.
Yeah.
Love Super Punch Out.
Yeah.
As many hours as I poured into that game, I never knew you could hit Bear Hugger in the stomach. And the first time I saw it, it was just like, my life is a lie. Like, it's just that weird, like, how the fuck did I miss, of all the blood, sweat, and tears in this game, how did I miss this simple thing? I went back and watched playthrough of Sonic 2. And
Game Gear.
On Game
Yep.
Gear. Because honestly, that game, as much as I love that game, half the time I failed at the boss of Zone 1, at the boss of like Green Hill or whatever, this
Yeah.
lobster thing in the corner
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
If I could get past that, I could make it like 6 more levels. But it was that boss. I was like, why is this boss so fucking hard? I went back and I watched a playthrough, and the guy he would roll into it and bounce back.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All the times I fucking died, and
Yeah.
all you had to do was just bounce
roll.
off
Yeah.
of him,
Yeah.
and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Simplest answer is usually the right one.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
roll into the lobster, punch Bear Hugger in the stomach. Like, fucking, I don't
His stomach's so
fucking know.
big. How did I not think
He just
to
laughs
hit
at me
it?
if I try. How did I know I still could?
Oh. This has nothing to do with Sonic Blast, but I thought of something that Zine Lord said in his email. we're not against you. This is not an adversarial.
Absolutely
this
not.
Is not an adversarial relationship. We didn't beat you in any sense of we're in this together.
It's
We're in
not
this
your
together.
fault that no one wrote an article about this, and in fact, someone did write an article about this.
Yeah, you
I mean,
found-
for all these letters, we should probably beat you off. That's the only way we're trying to beat you.
right, exactly. So thank you so much for that letter,
Yeah,
Brad.
yeah, it's great. Well,
You guys got any achievements?
I got a few.
a couple.
My first achievement is Green Hill prone,
Nice.
and to get
It's a good position.
to get Green Hill prone, you play Sonic Blast while lying on your back. Whatever you're doing on your back for whatever reason is up to you. It's a flexible.
I have a
achievement.
related achievement.
Nice.
Yeah.
My next achievement is lesser known cookie dough Chaos Emerald. That's eat a cookie dough Sonic Blast while playing Sonic Blast. And my last achievement is Turtle Truffle Nut Blast, which is watch a video of someone else playing Sonic Blast while eating Turtle Truffle Nut Blast, Sonic Blast, and pleasuring yourself with or without lubricant.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
man.
going in dry?
Hell yeah.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
That's
Whatever
the
you-
platinum. The regular is gold. You dry, it's platinum.
So you just bounce it around the sides, man. They're like putting a shoe in a dryer.
Oh, that's called Casino Zone style.
I got one of these achievements.
I'm not telling you which
I'm
one.
telling you which one.
I have two achievements. The first of which is a series of interconnected tubes. In order to unlock a series of interconnected tubes, you make it to the Blue Marine Zone and look up the solution to the tube puzzles on Al Gore's information superhighway. I didn't unlock that. That was a bridge too far. It was like, okay, I'm just gonna
It's not worth that.
fuck around in the water until I
Yeah.
run out of continues. And then my last achievement is with this ring, I pee bed. I don't have a description for that. But
okay.
But with this ring, I pee bed.
lose all your rings underwater.
There you go. Thank you. It's teamwork, baby.
I've got two. The first one being make Obama chuckle. And you make Obama chuckle by gathering all the Chaos Emeralds.
Which there's like two in the opening, like cinematic.
There are two things that my mind goes back to in this podcast at least once a month. One being Barry Burton.
Yeah.
Barry Burton is the goddamn funniest thing that's ever come out of this show. And two, Dave, was some throwaway line you talked about, like Sonic fan fiction.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean these Chaos Emeralds? Obama chuckled.
I mean, I can't take credit for that. That's like someone on the internet wrote that, and it's hilarious.
I haven't thought about that in a long time. That is awesome.
And of course, Barry Burton, for those of you who don't know, Barry Burton
Listen to our
is
Resident Evil episode.
Resident Evil, and you talking about Barry Burton be like somebody trying to say belly button with a Japanese accent.
Yeah, I really look, man. I stand by the theory. I think
That's
that's
the
really,
best.
I think that's really why he's named that. I mean, it's a series that has tofu as a playable character. I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility.
I think a fat guy named Belly Button.
Right,
Come on,
right?
let's do it.
You can hit him right in the belly.
My other one is, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. Complete the loop to loop. Like, just
or doop de doop.
doop to doop. That's all I got.
The doop de doop. Nice. Well, Flopsy has nothing to say about this
Right,
game.
right.
How much do you think you'd pay for it? God, man, my fucking stomach. that Sonic Blast is like
Blasting
it's
you.
blasting back. Holy shit.
I got some slowdown going on.
Yeah. I feel like my face is puffy.
If this were a Skittles commercial, we would all three throw up rings at the same time.
What do you think? What do you think you'd pay for? I get to play this as well. What do we think we would pay for Sonic?
I mean, this has
Blast
got to
on
be
the
fairly
Game Gear?
expensive, right? 96. No one's even reviewing it.
But I don't
for you
think
to hear about it.
I don't think Game Gear games go for that much, though.
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't collect Game Gear games, but
Yeah.
I think they go for less than Super Nintendo games. And I know Genesis games
Oh,
typically
way
go
cheaper.
for less than Super Nintendo games.
I'm gonna say like $6.99.
$6.99. I was thinking like $20.
I'll say $35.
$35. Well, according to this DM that I got from Usurper Grimm, the actual retail price of Sonic Blast for the Sega Game Gear at the time of this DM, according to pricecharting.com, is $30.09.
I'll give you $6.99.
Sold.
Complete in box.
I know what I've got.
Complete in
It's
box.
cheaper in
Complete in box.
What do you think?
$60.
$60.
$7.
$7. I think, yeah, I'll go. It's got to be close to 60.
Double
So
it.
I'll just go
Yeah,
like
yeah.
65 or
60.
something.
I'll split the difference. 62.50.
What do you think about $140?
Good
Jack.
Lord.
Give you
Good
$6.99.
New? A new copy?
$400.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
$104.50
For a new one?
I know, right? It's lower than complete in box. Okay.
All right.
Might as well get the new one then. That's actually
so
kind
you
of a
weren't
value.
crazy going to $7.
No. The moral of the story: shop around.
Yeah.
If you're on eBay and you gotta have a complete in box copy of Sonic Blast, you might as well search for a new one as well. That's crazy. Well, what now?
Well, next week I know we're doing Dark Man.
Dark
said we'd do
Man.
Dark Man.
Yes. Blank
For
Man.
the NES. Blank. I wish there was a
God.
Blank Man game.
Back to back.
Anytime I think about Blank Man, I think about Reddit whenever Diablo 3 came out and it had all the difficulties. How I feel on normal difficulty and it's like Thor. How I feel on hard difficulty and it's Batman. How I feel on Inferno and it's Blank Man.
Blank Man. Every time I think of Blank Man, I think of hashtag More Miller because he quotes this all the time. That's what I'll do. I'll shoot him in the head. Because there's a scene in Blank Man, I'm sure we all remember, where the bullets are bouncing off of him because of his costume. And then the henchman is like, why don't you shoot him in the head? That's what I'll do. I'll shoot him in the head. Blank Man. Diabolical.
I've never seen it.
It's
Well, I've seen like 10 minutes of it. The end where he's in like a sewer or some shit. That's the most I've seen of it.
It's a movie I absolutely fucking loved in the 90s. And I am there's no doubt it doesn't hold up. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way in the fucking universe does this movie hold up now.
Yeah.
But I've watched that so many times as a fucking kid.
Same. Not as a kid, but around when it was
When it was on HBO
on HBO
constantly.
all the time. Yeah.
So, Dark Man.
Dark Man.
Blank
Dark
Dark.
Man for the NES. The movie and the NES game.
All right. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give Sonic Blast for the Game Gear a beard, what kind of beard would you give it?
I would give it the broken shards of an obsidian dagger stabbed into the face of a White Walker.
Okay.
Because Sonic looks like he's made of broken pieces of obsidian.
Yes.
He's just shiny and scaly.
Yeah.
He's shiny
Okay.
boy. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
What
Actually,
do
that
you-
should have been the beard. You said beard or glasses? I've got it written down in reverse. That's
I
why
said
I'm
beard.
confused.
I think. I don't know. Look, I had a Sonic Blast. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What do you think what does Sonic look like he smells like in this game? Like petroleum jelly or
like a beetle, like that musky smell of a beetle that's all black and shiny,
yeah, okay.
like just a bunch of beetles.
Just a bunch of beetles. Okay, so for the future, we're gonna do beards, glasses, and smell.
Love it. that can be Ian for some reason.
Ian, you handle the
That's your
smell.
representation. of smell.
All right,
Oh, shit. Okay.
Tyler.
I didn't even
Dave.
contribute to this smell.
Ian,
Is that on
what do
me
you
now?
think Sonic smells like?
Fried chicken.
You've got a mustache. So what if you were to give this?
If you were to give this game a smell of something stuck in your mustache,
If this game were to be stuck in your mustache, what would it smell like?
Guys, I'm ashamed to admit this. I don't think I would ever bring this up on the show, but because it's come up organically, the number of times that I've been like, what the fuck smells in this room? And then it's like, oh, it's my mustache.
To be fair, this room does smell like a basement.
No, not this room. Just any room that I'm in. And I'm like,
because that smell.
oh, I had garlic chicken for lunch. Yeah, it's all fucking in my fucking face hairs. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses would you give it?
Binoculars where you look in the wrong end and everything's real fucking close.
All right,
Okay.
that's good. I
That's
like it. We got other things. What are we doing?
That's it. Do we have anything? We're probably close to good on.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna ride out
We're
time.
ready to wrap.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. You find the show on places.
Man, we're all
My rhythm's
we're all
thrown
fucking
off. We're
Sonic blasted.
blasted.
Dude. We are Sonic
We've
blasted.
been Baja Blasted and Sonic Blasted.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, not SoundCloud, not Spotify, all over the goddamn
Spotify.
place.
It's
Most
on
importantly, it is on Spotify. Most importantly, is that Patreon.
Tyler's having a diabetic stroke.
I am. I don't got my GLP-1 no more.
Dude, I think it's okay. I think Tyler's strategy is good to say that it's not on Spotify because then people are like, "What? I bet it is." And then they look at it. It's reverse psychology.
It is.
You won't find it.
Yeah.
You won't find out how much you look,
can't.
motherfucker.
I bet you can't find it.
If you can like it, prove me wrong.
I bet you can't give us $10 a month.
I bet your credit card will fail. you poor fuck.
What is this Findom that we're doing? We need some fucking pay pigs, baby. Come on, you. Come on, you limp dick motherfuckers.
We got a small dick tax here.
Yeah.
If you have a small dick, you have to pay
I gotta do a small dick tier on Patreon. We gotta.
Make it $5.01.
No, dude, it's gotta be like $200.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. That felt really good. That was a good laugh. Fuck. And then for $300, one of us will be really nice to you and then snap and spit on you. It's cool. You'll like it.
You get to pick who.
Yeah.
All right. We do have a Patreon, which we've been talking about unintelligibly for the last several minutes.
That was the best ad spot we've ever done.
really
on
is.
Patreon.
It really is. If you want to laugh like this, give us money, and you'll see what's so fucking funny. Patreon.com/TADPOG for as little as $1. You get access to all of our content. That's just a given. That's just what you get for $1.
Yeah.
But if you want to be referred to as a Jake,
Yeah. Yep.
If you want to be a small dick Jake,
All right.
Just Jake.
Jakes are
No,
$5.
this is
Small
just-
dick Jakes.
it's just
if
no.
you paid $305, you're small dick Jake.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to be a Jake, you give us $5 or more. And at the Jake tier, we'll say your name is Jake.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to do that to the executive producers as well. But we do have the one Jake that I know of that donates $5. It's not Jake Piven. Not Jake Piven.
Could be Jeremy Piven then.
But it's not
If you think
Jeremy
about it.
Piven either. It's specifically not Jeremy Piven.
Yeah, right.
That's what Jeremy Piven would say. But we also have our executive producers list, which is $20 or more per month. It's a long list, and I'm very proud that it's such a long list. And in true Jake fashion, and if Jake over here approves, I'm going to read this as Jake's.
Yeah, of course. Please, Jake.
Cubicle Jake. Sandwich Pope, Jake H. Jake Bug, Game Bug Prime, Jake E.
I like Jake Bug.
Jake Bug Prime, Nathan E. Jake,
Nathan E.
a.k.a. Gentle G. Pinball Airplane Archmage Jake Edler. Sorry you couldn't be on this episode. That nice Jake from Michigan. Louisville correspondent Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Jake. Drink Smith, Jake Dubs, Jake Pope Sandwich, Lord Jake, and Cthusiast Jake M. Thank you all for your wonderful donations. It is because of you that we can get sugared up on Sonic Blast and eat things and do the show and pay the rent.
Yep.
And justify it to our wives.
Justify it to
It
our
helps.
wives.
It helps.
It does.
I got it. It's work.
I get paid for this. So,
Well, see, every Choco Chica is going to take a trip. She's doing that school trip where her senior year she'll go to Italy, Switzerland, Germany, like do a big tour.
Nice.
That payment is due at the same time we get Patreon. So Melissa's like, oh, we should record it. Hey, we're sending our daughter to Europe on this money. So we got it.
There we go.
exactly.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And once we get those small dick motherfuckers paying us, we take so many goddamn trips to Europe, we fucking blow your mind.
we could move to Europe.
And in that tier, we also say your full name.
Yeah. Like
Every episode. Who has a small dick? Full name. Full Christian name.
government name. Your social security number will also be read at that tier. We want because we want to make sure everybody
Your picture will be on Patreon.
not only knows about your small dick, but has a chance to research and exploit your small dick.
Those
having ass.
ladies who get in on that financial domination, like, damn, that is some fucking fire shit to be on. Like, that's great because a lot of them just sit around in clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, you got this shit fucking figured out.
I love Caleb Hammer. Caleb Hammer on TikTok. He's sort of like the millennial Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey I don't like Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, he's got some pretty fucking shady.
He's just his mentality is just rich boomer.
Yeah,
Some of his way he does if you follow his book, like,
and he's not very like socially progressive either, which is a real shame. But
Caleb Hammer is the millennial version on TikTok. It's hard, but he has a good heart and helps people figure out stuff financially. For some fucking reason, Amaranth was on his show, going over her finances.
She's on everything, man.
Oh my God, the amount of money that she makes and what she
yeah.
says she spends. And he was like, you're wasting your money, but I can't argue you've got so goddamn much of it.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Oh, you got to tap into that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how.
I agree.
But we gotta. Yeah, I'm just staring at Ian.
I want the
don't know
money.
why. We gotta do it.
Give me
man.
the money. Yes, let's do this.
I can sit around in clothes. I'm fine with that.
Show some knees, whatever.
No, they don't even do that. I've checked those out. Look, going full in, like being like, this ain't fucking going nowhere because I'm broke as shit. And also, I don't get it. like I don't get it. Look, man, if that's your thing, that's your thing,
Yep.
I guess. But like,
Just like feet. That's your thing.
that's your thing. That's your thing. But I feel like, I don't know, man, liking feet and then also giving someone a shitload of your savings is like, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I guess, look, different strokes, I suppose.
Yep.
Masturbate responsibly.
Yeah. Financially responsibly.
With or without lube.
Oh shit, my H&R Block's gonna kill me. Sir, what is this $3,000 expense? It's hard to explain.
It's none of your business, and I'll thank you to stay out of my personal
sorry,
affairs.
Siri, it's my small dick tax.
Your iPad lit up.
She said, I don't know how to respond to that.
Most people don't.
That's it.
That's it. And like you said, like we all said, Dark Man next week. So, how you guys want to close it out?
As Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Blast for the Game Gear.
Okay. So until next time.
Go. Big.
Oh, check out. Popcorn. TADPOG is hosted and produced by Tyler Holland, Dave Moore, and Ian Chandler, and releases new episodes every Wednesday. You can find them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and just about anywhere else podcasts are hosted. If you have a question or comment for the hosts, don't hesitate to call us at 270-883-2555 and leave us a voicemail. If we like it, we'll play it on the show and respond. If you'd like to send us something, you can do so at TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky, 42002. If you'd like to donate to the show, visit patreon.com/tadpog, and with a minimum donation of $1 per month, you will get access to all of our fun bonus content. Join the conversation on our Discord server at bit.ly/tadpogdiscord. Registration is free, and we'd love to have you there. If you enjoy our show and haven't already, don't forget to find and tap that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. I watched Wayne's World again last night because Cohen wanted to see it.
Party time.
Excellent.
It's
And
a great
even
movie.
and Tanya watched it with us, and she said she made a funny comment because when we recently reviewed that movie
Yeah.
and the game that went with
Right.
it, and I saw the Grey Poupon part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Do you have any mustard? That's all I could think of. But
It's the best.
Tanya made a funny comment. She goes, "Why is Tia Carrere better at singing than she is at talking?" Because she has such a weird accent.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not wrong.
That's-
Because she can kind of sing.
Yeah, she can fucking really sing.
And and the songs are stupid, but her voice is great. And yeah, she has a really
I thought
weird
she was
accent.
singing all original songs whenever I was a kid watching it.
Well,
I had no
but a lot
concept.
of those were like originals for the movie, but then they did like a couple of covers, like Ballroom Blitz.
Ballroom
at the
Blitz,
end.
like, oh, that's a great song. Why is that not everywhere?
It is a great song. I agree.
I wanted to see, I challenged myself to see if I could make it, because I've seen this movie so many times. I would challenge myself to see if I could watch through the whole thing without laughing one time, because I knew every moment of this movie. I failed.
Yeah,
It's got some,
yeah.
it's just funny. It's a
Dude,
good
I
movie.
can't watch it and like not laugh. Ed O'Neill in that movie is fucking fantastic.
He really is.
Fantastic.
But when they're laying on the car and
I know.
and he's whistling the Star Trek theme, and then he says, "Do you ever get turned on by Bugs Bunny when he dresses up as a lady bunny?" And Mike Myers just fucking loses it. He just starts
It's a
laughing.
genuine laugh.
And it's a genuine
Yeah.
laugh. And I was telling Tanya all the stuff that we learned about it, and so it made the experience enjoyable. But Colin really liked it. He's really into Queen right now. He loves Bohemian Rhapsody, so he wanted to see Wayne's World because of that. But he ended up watching the whole movie, and he clapped for it at the end. So,
Nice.
yeah.
I love Mike Myers as Elon Musk on
I
SNL.
know. I know. Yep.